Okay, here we go, man. Yo, this is insane. Damn, I gotta pay my Twitter bill. They won't let me go live on Twitter. Imagine I can't even go live on Twitter. I gotta pay my Twitter bill. Yeah, they be charging me $8 a month on Twitter to go live. This is crazy. We talking about it. I told you about it the other day. Eric Rube joked and laughed about it, made jokes about it. Now all of a sudden, now he wants to take it serious. But here we go, man. Share this. Mount Hope versus RAIL. I mean, it's actually Bristol Warren School District, but we're going to call it Mount Hope right now. I got to try to pay my Twitter bill. Imagine that. But let me get over here and share this. We had someone on the other day, Steve from Mount Hope area. He was breaking down what's going on. Mount Hope felt they were slighted for points, that they should have a different seating than what they have. They ended up with the number 5. They said, our kids earned this. They should have the number 1 seed. I think it was like a 2-6-1 that they should have got. They have communication back and forth with the executive director, Tommy Marcello. Now, a lot of people are saying, you know what? You were late. It was against the rules. However, the executive director said, get me the paperwork in by the end of the day and you get your point. So this is what it's all about. The kids want what they get. Mount Hope ain't backing down. They file a temporary restraining order. The court grants it. Now they're in session right now. We got somebody down the courthouse right now that's waiting for the information. So they're in session now. They are in session now. So I'm live, bro. I am live. Everybody, my phone has not stopped ringing. Share this. I want to play this video of what Steve had to say, basically breaking down, giving everybody a little description of what's going on. We're going to have more of this. Hopefully we could be live when the court ruling comes out and I could be able to tell you. But listen, this could be very, very serious. Like possibly people are waiting to play a playoff game in a couple hours, and possibly there may not be a Division III playoff tonight. There may not be a Division III playoff till Wednesday. And I'll go a little further. There may not be a Division III playoffs at all. They could possibly be temporarily suspended, and with fall sports ending very soon, RAIL, they're going to say they didn't do anything wrong. There's emails on my page from Tom Marcello. I'll actually try to put them up here. I'll see if I could send them through the phone. But this is crazy. I don't think I ever seen anything, Steve, right?
Yeah.
What do you think about the playoff format?
I think the format's great. I think what Real's doing right now is a joke.
Absolutely. Like Real has been, I'll tell you what, when I heard about the format early on, week 2, week 3, I wasn't too happy about it, but they said to me, give it to week 8 and then criticize it. The only criticize I have now is how they put the points together at the end of the year with everybody jumping around. Is that what you're talking about by a joke over at Real?
No. So what happened with Mount Hope was...
Yes, absolutely.
Was they... So we have a series of emails. We have a chain of emails from Tom Marcello because we needed clarification on the Stafford, Connecticut game and how it was going to be counted. They sent us all the documentation that we were going to be getting D2 points for that. When we got wind that the paperwork hadn't been filed on time. Coach sent another email clarifying, like, hey, this new process, we didn't know that there was a form that had to be filed. They said just get it in by the end of the business day. I'm just confirming that we are in fact getting the D2 points. And Marcelo returned the email saying, yep, everything will be corrected, and we'll be sending out a mass email and posting it on the real site so everybody can understand the formula moving forward. Fast forward to today, they called a meeting this morning explaining that they were going to have an e-board meeting to vote on whether or not the paperwork situation that I just referenced would be allowed or not allowed. Mount Hope was never invited to represent themselves. The only people that were at that meeting were Pilgrim, Ponagansett, and Dino from Shea. We were there unrepresented.
Unreal. And you guys fought all season long. What a great program you guys had this year. Shout out to Shane Parker, and we talked about him earlier today. Shane waited for the right job, and Mount Hope was definitely it. No, I agree. That's what I heard. I heard that they didn't put the right paperwork in. I know Central High School is another team that didn't put, the athletic director didn't, send in the correct paperwork.
That's neither here nor there. If that were actually the case and the reason they were shutting it down, we would have received 0 points.
True.
Not 2.2 points. So now what they're doing is they're just trying to save face.
Now, can you still appeal it Monday or Tuesday?
We're contacting an attorney right now. We're trying to figure out how we can file an injunction.
Yeah, that's Mount Hope definitely balled their butt off all season long. Definitely a dark horse.
Here's the problem, though. Here's the real problem: is they have a really nice system and a good thing going, in my opinion, and they're going to blow it up to appease the few and not just follow through with what they said to us. If
Now, right now, as we speak, Mount Hope or Bristol Warren School District, their attorneys is at the courthouse right now with RAIL. There's a hearing going on. There's a restraining order going on for the seating in Division 3. So we'll get back to this and let him explain.
If the answer 2 months ago had been, yeah, you know what, the paperwork wasn't in on time, so that game's not going to count, we would have known. But how does the assistant executive director send a chain of emails confirming that those things were going to change in our favor and then pull the rug out from under us when we're not even there to represent ourselves? Sounds a little crazy to me.
Absolutely. And, Mount Hope should have had a representative there to defend themselves. If Pilgrim had somebody there, Ponagansett had somebody there. It's only right that the team in question would have somebody there.
And we're being voted on by the two teams that it's going to benefit the most.
Now, what did Dino? What was he doing there? Because he's a Pawtucket athletic director.
Not sure.
That's a good question. He has no part of that, unless there's something I don't know about Dino. But as far as I know,
if that information's incorrect, I apologize, but that's the information I have.
Well, Dino could be the athletic director on that board, so hopefully we can make this right. People can call RIL to voice their concern over this. If Mount Hope does deserve to be there and it was a clerical error, like, we can't fault them. And they said they have the information saying that they put the right paperwork in, correct?
Yes.
So, yeah, absolutely, man. So we're going to pay attention to this situation and see what happens. Is RIL going to make this right? My guess is they're not. My guess is because they never do. They don't want to. They're not going to stand on face. But I hope they do. So if not, you guys are prepared to file an injunction.
I don't know if we're prepared yet, but we're working on it.
Awesome, man. I've been watching Mount Hope all season long. Some great players over there. So I wish you guys, nothing but success. If there's anything that I could do to help you guys along the way, you've got my information. Inbox me, send me a message, and I'm always willing to talk about it if it helps the kids, if it helps the programs. We've been doing this for 8 years now. So yeah, good luck, Steve. Thank you for tuning in, and go Mount Hope,
Thanks, man.
absolutely. I'm with rooting for them all the way. All right, we'll talk to you soon.
Take it easy.
All right. There That was Steve from Mount Hope. We've been talking about this for a couple of days while Eric Rube's been clowning Mount Hope about it. But now Eric's starting to take it seriously. But yeah, so they're down the courthouse right now. We got someone down there waiting for an answer. This is just crazy because this could put a stop, or at least temporary stop, to the Division III playoffs. Mount Hope said they should have the number 1 seed. That's what their points dictated. Now, even if you did the math and you took away the RPI points, take away Max Preps points, and at that point, they're probably seeded a 4 or 5. But with this RPI, what do you think if the league reaches out to them and basically says, you got to have this paperwork in, and you say, well, and I'm late, and you didn't even know about the paperwork, which a lot of people who knew about any of this RPI stuff. Each week, coaches have no idea what's going on. Coaches are reaching out to me. I'm not in a league. I'm just, someone that has a passion for this, that talks about what everybody else won't. And I'm giving them their RPI numbers, explaining how the breakdown is. The league has said every week they reach out to these coaches by email. And every week they're asking them, are there any problems with the RPI? Is there any issues? What's going on? And they say they don't even get half of the responses back. Who is wrong? Should they get their points if Tom Marcello, and I'm going to put the emails up here as well, but some of you already went on my Facebook page. Oh, no. Why am I freezing up here? Let me see. Let me see something. Thank you for covering this. Mount Hope versus everybody. Absolutely. Shout out to a Facebook user. I got to see if I'm frozen. Hang on. I'm going to play that video once again for the people just joining us so I could straighten this situation out because I look frozen here. Oh, I know why. Yo, I'm dopey. Yo. Swear to God. Nah, y'all can laugh at me now. No problem. I have no problem covering this, anything that helps the programs. But this is an important issue. A lot of people giving, I know. Laugh at me now. A lot of people giving Mount Hope a lot of slack for this because they're like, yo, you're putting the entire Division III playoffs at risk if the court don't, if they side with you, but right now, we have games in a couple hours. It's bigger than Mount Hope. Thank you. It is bigger than Mount Hope. And also in the comment section, you see a StreamYard link. If you're interested in coming on, talking about it, it could be a different school next year. And there's a lot of questions that people raised about, NK paperwork being late. School's been late all season long. You let them ride. The whole problem here is out-of-state points. Division II has not had any of these problems. Why? Because Division II didn't have no out-of-state games. Now, I'm not saying, take the out-of-state games away, but if that's the problem, should we just not give out-of-state points to teams that are out of state? Because it's the out-of-state games that have the problem here. And now Mount Hope is like, their kids are like, coach, we earned this. And what do we teach our kids? Fight what you believe in. What do I do on this podcast? How did I alienate myself from like so many programs, and so many people don't want nothing to do with me because I stand on business and I talk about what's really going on, and people don't want to do that. You can't give some schools a pass. It says if they're giving some schools a pass, they should give every school not handpicked. Thank you to everybody that's thank you for covering Mount Hope versus everyone. It's bigger than Mount Hope, absolutely. Given the current state of the Division III situation, what would you do? Listen, people, put it in the comment section. What do you think? Right now, Mount Hope is still at court with RAIL. They're having a hearing right now. This is just amping the kids up, but the problem is they've been preparing for Rogers all week. They switched this up. They put him in the number one. Cranston East is set to play Classical. Would Classical end up? Where would Classical go? How do they reset all of this? Pilgrim has a hand in it, and I'm going to go back and read something from, because I wasn't there. A lot of these other people know a lot more than I do, so I'm just trying to bring you what the information that I got from it, from the people involved. Hold on a minute. But yeah, I went to put this on Twitter, but I didn't pay my bill. You believe that? I gotta pay Twitter to go live now. You know, but absolutely, shout out to all the programs tonight. We're gonna have some good football tonight, and hopefully this all gets worked out. But I'm not sure how. I'm not sure how. We put them, if they get put back in Division One, we might have to postpone it to Wednesday, but then the following Wednesday and Division III playoffs will be pushed back a week. But the problem is, I think after Wednesday, I don't think there'll be time before the season's over. RAIL only wants me to say to Wednesday. There was like, you might put everybody in a panic if you tell them that even if it isn't, our boys are ready, it's the principle of the matter. No, I completely understand that. And you have to teach your kids, stand up for what you believe in. And if you feel you were wrong, I salute you. I encourage all these programs to stand up to RAIL, to stand up to your school administration. But a lot of times they just eat it. The coaches, the athletic directors, they don't want no problems. They don't want to bring it to their administration. So I absolutely salute you guys. And it wasn't just a couple of days ago that Eric Rube was clowning Mount Hope for this very thing. And now Eric Rube is jockeying Mount Hope. You know what I mean? Like, you got to stick with these kids, man. You got to do it because it's the right thing to do. All Mount Hope wants is what they earned. They want the points they agreed to in writing. It's really that simple. Tom Marcello should not be, now this allegedly, should not be able to lie and deflect and cheat these kids out of it because of his opinions. You set the rules, not Mount Hope. They played football under those rules. Thank you. That was awesome. In an email to us when we notified him. Okay. Just like Rube told us to suck it up and stop giving them excuses. Thank you. And what's he doing today? See, there's the difference. Rube's going to do it because RAIL basically sets the whipping order, and everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. That's why I had a problem with Eric all these years. I mean, it's no secret. I've been doing this 8 years on my own dime. 8 years because there's a passion. Let's see, what else do we have here? They signed a form from Connecticut with D2 points on it. They accepted the form late with promises to award the points. They then asked Mount Hope, and they asked them to play that game in Stafford. Now let's hope Rill doesn't hold a grudge with the refs they send. With the refs they send if the game goes on tonight. I mean, I would hope that the referees would not do that. I would hope Rill would let bygones be bygones. But I got a feeling for a while, Rill's going to be on you, Mount Hope. They're going to have a problem with you coming forward, with you bringing them this to the public eye, embarrassing them. They're going to have a problem with all of this. They're going to say they won't, but they will. And people know that. RAIL again assured the team that the points were Division II. They then blamed Max Preps. We reach out to Max Preps, and Max Preps said that's just not true. This says that Marcelo also gave Cumberland D1 points for playing a D3 RPI school. And he accepted NK's form late as well. Wow. So is that why Cumberland is in the power? Because he gave them, so you're saying he gave them D1 points, and the school Lima played was a Division III RPI school. That's insane. That is insane. But I wanted to go live while I wait for the information to come from this hearing. You know what I mean? So right when it comes from the hearing, we got someone down there right now waiting for the judge to make a ruling. RAIL and the district that represents Mount Hope High School, what is it, Bristol Warren School District, they are down at the courthouse right now. Now I'm gonna for the people just joining us, I'm gonna replay the video of Steve explaining all of this. Because I'll rather them hear it, you know, I'll rather the people hear it from somebody that knows directly. Hey, what's going on? How you doing?
I'm all right.
Welcome to the show, man. Steve, right?
Yeah.
What do you think about the playoff format?
I think the format's great. I think what Rill's doing right now is a joke.
Absolutely. Like Rill has been, I'll tell you what, when I heard about the format early on, you know, and, you know, week 2, week 3, I wasn't too happy about it. They said to me, give it to week 8 and then criticize it. You know, the only criticize I have now is how they put the points together at the end of the year with everybody jumping around. Is that what you're talking about by a joke over at Rill?
No, so what happened with Mount Hope was
Yes, absolutely.
was they so we have a series of emails. We have a chain of emails from Tom Marcello because we needed clarification on the Stafford, Connecticut game and how it was going to be counted. They sent us all the documentation that we were going to be getting D2 points for that. When we got wind that the paperwork hadn't been filed on time, Coach sent another email clarifying, like, hey, you know, this new process, we didn't know that there was a form that had to be filed. They said just get it in by the end of the business day. I'm just confirming that we are in fact getting the D2 points. And Marcello returned the email saying, yep, Everything will be corrected, and we'll be sending out a mass email and posting it on the Rose site, so everybody can understand the formula moving forward. Fast forward to today, they called a meeting this morning explaining that they were going to have an e-board meeting to vote on whether or not the paperwork situation that I just referenced would be allowed or not allowed. Mount Hope was never invited to represent themselves. The only people that were at that meeting were Pilgrim, Ponagansett, and Dino from Shea. We were there unrepresented.
Unreal. And you guys fought all season long. What a great program you guys had this year. Shout out to Shane Parker, and we talked about him earlier today. You know, Shane waited for the right job, and Mount Hope was definitely it. No, I agree. That's what I heard. I heard that they didn't put the right paperwork in. I know Central High School is another team that didn't put, the athletic director didn't, send in the correct paperwork.
That's neither here nor there. If that were actually the case and the reason they were shutting it down, we would have received 0 points.
True.
Not 2.2 points. So now what they're doing is they're just trying to save face.
Now, can you still appeal it Monday or Tuesday?
We're contacting an attorney right now. We're trying to figure out how we can file an injunction.
Yeah, that's Mount Hope definitely balled their butt off all season long. Definitely a dark horse.
Here's the problem, though. Here's the real problem: is they have a really nice system and a good thing going, in my opinion, and they're going to blow it up to appease the few and not just follow through with what they said to us. If the answer 2 months ago had been, yeah, you know what, the paperwork wasn't in on time, so that game's not going to count, we would have known. But how does the assistant executive director send a chain of emails confirming that those things were going to change in our favor and then pull the rug out from under us when we're not even there to represent ourselves? Sounds a little crazy to me.
Absolutely. And, Mount Hope should have had a representative there to defend themselves. If Pilgrim had somebody there, Ponagansett had somebody there, it's only right that the team in question would have somebody there.
And we're being voted on by the two teams that it's going to benefit the most.
Now, what did Dino? What was he doing there? Because he's a Pawtucket athletic director.
Not sure.
That's a good question. He has no part of that, unless there's something I don't know about Dino. But as far as I know,
if that information's incorrect, I apologize, but that's the information I have.
Well, Dino could be the athletic director on that board, so hopefully we can make this right. People can call RIL to voice their concern over this. If Mount Hope does deserve to be there and it was a clerical error, like, we can't fault them. And they said they have the information saying that they put the right paperwork in, correct?
Yes.
So, yeah, absolutely, man. So we're going to pay attention to this situation and see what happens. Is RIL going to make this right? My guess is they're not. My guess is because they never do. They don't want to. They're not going to stand on face. But I hope they do. So if not, you guys are prepared to file an injunction.
I don't know if we're prepared yet, but we're working on it.
Awesome, man. I've been watching Mount Hope all season long. Some great players over there. So I wish you guys, nothing but success. You know what I mean? If there's anything that I could do to help you guys along the way, you've got my information. Inbox me, send me a message, and I'm always willing to talk about it if it helps the kids, if it helps the programs. We've been doing this for 8 years now. So yeah, good luck, Steve. Thank you for tuning in, and go Mount Hope.
Thanks,
absolutely. Man. I'm with, rooting for them all the way. All right, we'll talk to you soon.
Take it easy.
All right. There we have it, man. Mount Hope not feeling too good about this situation, saying they put the information into Stevie Marcel up there. He sent it back. You got nothing to worry about. Pilgrim, Blizzy Blake was at the meeting. Ponagansett had someone at the meeting. And Dino sorry about that. To correct that, Ponagansett was not at the meeting. And I think Blake might have been there as a representative of Division 3. The other thing, I don't think anybody should be mad at the players over there at Mount Hope. I mean, I don't even know if we should be mad. Like, we shouldn't be mad at the program either. You know, these kids fought all year for that. They feel that RAIL lied to them and wasn't upfront. They gave them something, they promised them something, and then they had taken it back. Now, I'm going to read a couple things, and the school that, they also wanted to let it be known that, everyone needs to know that Stafford, it's a co-op team. It's actually a Class S team, and it is equivalent. They said it's equivalent to D3 at best, but you can make an argument. But now I looked up the rankings, and they went like 5-2 last season, 5-2 or 6-2, and I think they were ranked 90, but 90 out of 280 teams. So which basically puts you in about the 30th best team in Connecticut. If I'm doing this right, there's like 280 teams in Connecticut, and if they're ranked 90 out of 280, that puts them about 30, right? I don't know. I wasn't a math major. I wasn't majoring much. RAIL could have been prepared and already went over what happened with an out-of-state co-op team. But Mount Hope wanting D2 points is crazy. Everybody's calling me. Everybody is calling me. They're like, what is going on? But now let's just hope that there isn't a grudge, someone put. Let's hope that, RAIL don't hold a grudge against us after all of this. And I hope they won't. And I don't see why they would. I mean, I hope they would be adults. I'm trying to pull up some other things that we had here. So they had a meeting. There was a meeting at RAIL. It wasn't yesterday. It was the day before yesterday. And, from what Mount Hope was saying, that they had no answers for him. And they tried to deflect and came up with other stories, but never responded directly to the point that they told us that we would get D2 points. So if the league tells you you're going to get D2 points, send the paperwork in by the end of the day, and you're going to get your points. And again, if somebody wants to, come on, in the comment section, I think I have it right here. You can copy and paste this. It'll send me, and it'll put you right on the show. If you're choosing to keep your camera off, that's cool as well. You can keep your camera off and just talk. State your claim. Basically, tell us how you feel, what you think is going on. So it's right there, StreamYard.com, and the rest is on the screen. Let us know, man. A lot of programs could be. Look, a lot of programs here could be affected by this. So the 1:30 meeting yesterday they had, they came up with other stories, but never responded directly to the point that they told Mount Hope that they were going to get Division II points, and they couldn't answer why we was awarded D2 points, OWP, which opponent win percentage, and D4 points win percentage for the same game. RAIL contradicted themselves, but didn't budge. So now it's in front of a judge, and the judge is going to make a decision. We're waiting for that answer now. We talked to our guy down there about 36 minutes ago. We got somebody down there because I want to bring it right to y'all, That's why I do this. But if you do want to help out, you can always make a donation to my Cash App. I always appreciate it. I don't get monetized from Facebook because they said I'm controversial. I don't get monetized from YouTube. And even this platform that I use, they just raised the price to $80 a month. But it is what it is. But if you want to help out, I really appreciate it. It's basically Cash App. Can we keep it real? One word. But I ain't worried about it. Let me pull up, you know what? Where's the RPI points? Which this stuff is not even. So let's go to Division. I'm going to go to Division 3. Let me bring this on the screen. Where is it? Come on. All right, there we go. So here is the Division 3 bracket sheet, and I'll put it on. All right, that's probably the best I can do it. So hopefully you got this on your big screen. You got Classical, Cranston East. Now, Mount Hope is over here at number 5, and Mount Hope says that they should be number 1. So if you put Mount Hope at number 1 to play Cranston East, they said they're ready to play now. They said, I don't care who you put in front of us. Wherever we got to go. But we're not 5, and we're doing this. It's based on principle. So right now there's a couple games scheduled. A couple hours from now. Mount Hope posted us versus everyone and a picture of their program. Definitely good luck. Let's go. All right, so we have number 4 seed is Rogers, and number 5 is Mount Hope. Pontiac is the number 3. North Providence is the number 6. Pilgrim the number 7, and Pilgrim's the number 2, and Johnston is the number 7. So if they got moved up to 1, Classical goes to 2. Okay, we got word right now that the judge is reviewing the case and he's taking a break. Go figure, the judge wants to have his lunch. So right now, I got an update. The judge is reviewing it and he's taking a break. Imagine that. But you know what I'm going to do? We're going to go over to and a comment about us not deserving the number 1 seed is ridiculous when the formula literally says we are too bad. Opinions don't matter. Nah, I mean, if you earned it, you definitely earned the number 1 seed. Absolutely. So the judge is reviewing it right now and taking a break. This. I don't remember ever seeing something like this before playoffs, but I salute Mount Hope. Absolutely. I salute them for doing this, for standing up. Like we always teach our kids, man, You got to stand up and fight for what you believe in. What an embarrassment this is, it says. We always teach these kids you got to stand up for what you believe in, right? But all the time, how often are we just like, something happens and we just lay down and we take it, because, we don't want the controversy or we don't want the BS, but sometimes you got to stand up and fight. You got to stand up and fight for what you believe in. But how about this? How about we play a little bit of the Mount Hope football game that was televised? How about we do that? And if anyone sees Eric Rubin here, man, blast his ass. Snipers, you know what to do. Maybe while a little of this is playing, I could pay my Twitter bill because I can't go live on Twitter unless I pay, which is crazy.
It's Ocean State Credit Union's Friday night rival.
Watch the play. Let me see.
George, DMD and Associates. And hi again, everyone. Frank Carpano alongside
Kyle Rowley for another week of high school football. Can't believe
hey,
we're
look
coming
who
up
it is,
to the
Kyle,
end
man.
of the regular
2 weeks
season of the
old.
Rhode Island Interscholastic League high school
Where
football
is it?
schedule, and we have a good one for you tonight. As we mentioned, we're at Mount Hope High School, and they are taking on North Providence High School tonight. And in a game that's got, again, some playoff implication, as this is the final regular season game for both teams, Kyle.
Yeah, absolutely. Mount Hope on a roll, 5 in a row they've won. So they're really, trying to make something of the season, and you want to finish the season strong for the playoffs.
Yeah, we have some great players who will be participating in the game tonight. We'd like to introduce you to a couple of them. Let's start with from North Providence.
Oh, okay. I'll take care of that.
Mike Allard.
Yeah, Mike Allard, 3-sport athlete, cutback runner. He's a senior, and his brother will be playing quarterback tonight. So you'll see them going back and forth in the run game.
Well, number 22 is a popular number because that's also one of the stars for the Mount Hope team, J.J. Pimentel.
Yeah, Pimentel is a tough runner who actually does a lot more than just run the ball. He'll be the punter. He'll be the kicker. He's actually approaching 1,000 yards on the season. It'd be tough for him to break it this game, but he's close.
Well, Mount Hope with a 5-2 record, 3-3 for North Providence, neither taking anything for granted as far as the postseason is concerned. So that makes tonight's game very important. Let's talk about the keys to the game first for North Providence.
Yeah, North Providence has a little bit more of a balanced attack, so they want to do that. They don't want to lean heavy anyway, especially in the run. They got to throw the ball a little bit to win this game. I'd say on defense, they just need to get off the field. They let up some big plays on third down this season.
All right, and as for the home team, they've got the home field advantage. Mount Hope, what have they got to do tonight?
They really just need to run the ball. That's all. They're an 80-20 run the ball type of grinded out team, so they need to establish that early. I think on defense, just tackling, and they'll have a good chance of winning this game.
It should be a good one tonight, and we are glad you are with us. We have kickoff coming up when Ocean State Credit Union's Friday night rivals, presented by Eric George, DMD and Associates, continues right after this. Mount Hope on the opening kickoff, back over the 30. This one back on that YouTube page, all right? The kickoff by North Providence and bringing this one back, and look at this. Mount Hope on the opening kickoff, back over the 30, 20, 10, and touchdown. J.J. Pimentel, we talked about him at the beginning of the game, and boy, he gets this one off to a rousing start, running the kickoff back for a touchdown, Kyle.
Unbelievable run back. That's the way you started off here. He went straight ahead. One move, made his break, and that's how you teach guys to run that kickoff. And obviously no one catching him when he gets out in front. As we get a chance to see it here, sticks that right foot in the ground and makes a couple guys miss. But really, this is just pure speed. As you can see him run past 3 North Providence defenders there on his way to the end zone. J.J. Pimentel.
All right, let's introduce.
Frank, Kyle, can you believe it's our final week together here? It's flown right by, but this is the first week out of the entire season that we are actually playing on an actual grass field. Now,
Yes.
the Mount Hope High School and the
It's
Bristol
good
Moore School
Thornton.
Department, they've approved for a brand new high
Is
school.
it still
field.
echoing?
The whole shift will field down that way a little bit. It'll be a brand new field coming real soon. But for tonight, we'll be keeping an eye because, you know, the ball hits the ground. It goes this way, it goes that way. Who knows where it's going to go? But I know where we're going right now. Back to you, Frank.
Well, and back to reality, a holding call is going to take that touchdown away. So it is going to be Mount Hope here on offense. No score in the game after that exciting start. Maybe a sign of things to come from these Mount Hope Huskies who've reeled off 5.
The worst is you get a touchdown like that and you get a holding call. Yo, but that was one heck of a run right there. Right away, they're taking a touchdown back. What a way you get a holding call.
Straight wins. They're playing here in their final regular season game in front of a home crowd. Have some senior ceremony coming up at halftime, but for now they're on offense here. And after the incomplete pass, will bring about second down.
Hell of a
10.
player.
That ball spotted on the 45-yard line.
Let me know if we got any echoing at all.
And the handoff. And right up the middle. And a pickup of about 9 yards for J.J. Pimentel.
Pimentel, again, straightforward, gets 8 there, but you saw him on the kickoff to start the game, and he's just saying, give me the ball and stop messing around as they went play action on first down.
Yeah, he gets up to 5th gear real quick, and here on 3rd down, he picks up the first down and more as he scampers inside the 40-yard line of the North Providence Cougars. So that'll move the chains here, and our first down of the evening.
Pimentel just on fire so far. If you're looking at this game and those 3 plays, including the kickoff, it doesn't look like any North Providence has done anything to say that they can get ahead of this guy and stop Pimentel.
Ball on the 38-yard line. First down now, and the pitch around the right side, but flag flies as we have runner picks up first down yardage on that play, but let's hear what the call is. Looks like a holding call.
Offense. 10 yards from the previous spot. Repeat first down.
All right, and that'll go against Mount Hope. Kind of shooting themselves in the foot here early in this game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Set back to the 48.
North Providence really need. This is the type of game where they really need to meet them at the line.
Emerson.
Because Pimentel's going to get the ball almost every single play. And if
Coach.
they can't stop him, the more head of steam he gets, the type of runner he is, it just gets harder and harder to stop. So we'll see what North Providence does. They play with 5 DBs ordinarily, and they'll rotate strong safeties down into linebacker spots. But they're going to have to crowd Pimentel.
All right, on 1st and 20. Oh, a big hits there on J.J. Pimentel, who goes head over heels. Pickup of about 6 yards on the play.
Yeah, we'll stay on a little longer, see if we can get an answer. But,
These jerseys are a
it,
headache for us, Frank.
time's
These are the
ticking,
type
man.
of
Someone go
authentic
knock on that
jerseys where you
judge's
can't
door
see
and
it
tell
from
him,
the
say,
box.
yo, we got
But
a game
23
to
there,
play.
We'll do a little bit of the running, share a little
Yeah,
bit.
we
of the
don't have
workload
time
with
for
number
lunch.
22,
We got a
J.J.
game to
Pimentel,
play.
as we've seen.
Judge wants to take lunch. Doesn't he know that every minute counts? Like, we got a bunch of games on the schedule today. Let's
Second down
go.
now for the Huskies. Another handoff and right up the middle. Pickup of another 3 or 4 yards. That's Borges once again.
Well, now they're in a tough spot, 3rd and long, as we see Borges straight ahead. A lot of these runs are just going to be downhill, power running. They get those linemen out in front, teach them to drive block at the point of attack. But because of that penalty, we've got about 3rd and 13 here. We'll see what they can dial up, something in the pass game or screen game, or maybe they give it to Pimentel straight ahead again.
Quarterback Ethan Martell calling signals. 3rd down and long, dropping back, looking to pass, chased out of the pocket, tucks it in. He's going to be dragged down from behind. Nice
I
play
like
there
that.
by
They weren't
number
originally worried about the
55,
paperwork
Nadeem
being
Richardson
late
for the
because they never
Cougars.
thought Mount Hope would
Now,
accomplish
Richardson chased
what they
down
did
Martell
this
from
year, so
behind.
it
You got to give
wouldn't
him
have
credit
been
for
a
that.
big deal.
Martell's fleet of foot.
No,
He's
right, because how many years has it
dual
been?
threat type of quarterback, and he's able to sneak out of the pocket early here. Looked like he had a chance to pick up the first down himself, but Richardson does a great job and denies him that.
All right, so 4th down and 10 now for the Huskies.
4th and 11.
Martell looked like he's limping a little bit. Kind of those tackles from behind can often have a guy come up a little bit gimpy on his leg, so he limps to the huddle. They'll walk to the line of scrimmage. He's still in the shotgun.
Looking to pass, lets it go, flies down the field, and that will be out of the reach of the intended receiver on that play, in Nicholas Rogers.
Mount Hope going for it on 4th down there, not able to convert. Good job by North Providence's defense. Every time Mount Hope did decide to go to the air, it looked like they're just running go routes on the outside, trying to win with speed. But Mount Hope's North Providence's cornerbacks doing a good job thus far in the game.
All right, so we'll get to see the Cougars here on offense. They are led by Jaden Allard, number 2, the quarterback, a junior, and a lefty. And we've got some movement along the line as flags fly. And we'll see which way this is going to go.
Okay. Dead ball. False start. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Repeat first
I think they'll
down.
back it up. So it'll be 1st and 15.
1st and 15.
Yeah, he tries to come out and go with that hard count to start, set the tempo of this game, let them know the defensive line that you will use your snap count. But oftentimes that can backfire, get your own guys to jump off sides, and that's what happens there.
Allard, the pitch, and that goes to Michael Allard, and he's got some running room up over midfield and down into Mount Hope territory. So a nice run that moves the sticks for the Cougars.
The other number 22 that we'll see a lot here, Michael Allard. He's the brother of the quarterback there, and a very different style of runner. He's a little more shifty. He's a cutback style runner described by his coach, and as opposed to Pimentel, who's really a downhill, straight ahead type of guy. So already you're seeing a little bit of squirming by Michael Allard.
So the number 22s getting the job done for either team, and for North Providence, that's Mike Allard, senior running back. No score here in the first quarter of our Friday Night Rivals game. 3-3 North Providence Cougars, 5-2 Mount Hope Huskies, with an eye towards the playoffs.
Jaden Allard out of shotgun this time as he was under center for the first couple snaps.
And in motion, Jaden Allard fakes the handoff, looking to get around the corner, and he does, and then runs out of bounds after a pickup of about 7 yards on the play.
Yeah, he's got Adrian Franco flanking him in the backfield there. Jaden Allard will do a good amount of running. He's a dual threat guy as well.
Let's get it 5.
See a little play fake could come downhill. Looks like they might be trying to set up a little bit of an inside option there where he can toss it underneath, but chooses to keep it himself, and that brings up about 2nd and 6, 2nd and 5.
Again, man in motion, penalty flag flying, 2 of them, and they'll blow the play dead here.
Defense? Defense?
Mike Parks checking with his crew. A couple of flags fly here. We'll see what the damage is.
Yeah. Dead ball. Encroachment. Defense. 5-yard penalty. Repeat 2nd down.
All right, so that one will go against Mount Hope.
That's a big one. Good job using the snap count again there. This time his own guys hold their water, as you say, and stay on sides. Brings up a much more manageable 2nd and 1. This is where we like to see offenses take a shot downtown, but it looks like they'll go straight handoff to the fullback and just pick up that first down early in this game as he fights and fights for extra yards.
It's first down yardage as they pick up 5 yards. North Providence creeping closer to the end zone here, their first offensive drive of the game.
That's 42, Adrian Franco. You can see he's a big boy, got good hands, actually catches the ball nicely out of the backfield, a punishing runner. And you can see already twice this game how much he fights for extra yardage.
There's a pitch now on first down, and Michael Allard is knocked down after he just crosses the line of scrimmage. Pick up just a yard on the play.
Mount Hope's front four do a good job just wrapping him up a little bit, getting some hands on him. The linebacking crew finishes him off. That was number 44 there for Mount Hope, doing a good job tackling.
Second down and 9 from the shotgun. Jaden Allard looking, pops it over the middle to his brother, and he picks up big yardage, looking for more room, and then finally brought down at about the 21-yard line. So nice run there by Mike Allard.
This play drawn up well. First kind of screen we've seen in this game, little play fake, gets it to his brother in the flats, and you can see he's got great vision, able to find running lanes, and then just slips a little bit as he tries to cut back. Might have had a touchdown if he could just keep his footing on that last cutback there.
15 yards picked up on that play. Gives them the first down. Ball spotted on the 22-yard line. Allard, there's pitch to the outside, looking to find some room, and not really going anywhere.
Tackle number 6, Preston Brock.
Jaden Allard there cuts up inside the defensive end, then able to find his brother afterward. Maybe a little bit too selfish, kind of just want to get forward and get what you can there, because his brother had to fight off a few guys just to get back to where Jaden originally was. But it'll be interesting to see those brothers run the double option, and that's a staple of their offense.
Rolling out, looking to pass. Allard lets it go down the middle and incomplete. Well defended on that play by Mount Hope.
Broken up by number 0.
Yeah, wide receiver Jaden Texiera, he's the guy they like on those deep routes, a speed guy. He had a post on the backside of play action. As you can see, Jaden Allard, sort of a second option, draws his attention to the backside of the play and puts a pretty good ball. One his receiver can fight for. You see a little play action front side, looks backside to the post, gives this guy a chance, but good defense there by Mount Hope's defensive backfield.
3rd and 10. Now Allard takes it down to about the 10-yard line, and that'll come up short. 9-yard pickup on that play brings about 4th down and about 2. Ball spotted on the 15-yard line.
4th down. 4th and 3.
They have a kicker who can kick a field goal, but they're going for it here on 4th down early in the game.
Yeah, absolutely. Weston Cooper's a guy they can rely on, but going for it on 4th down.
Allard's first down yardage and more as he gets down inside the 10-yard line.
Well, I made that look easy. That's a play out of Mount Hope's book, just to go downhill, run some power, and get behind our top offensive guard and tackle. You can see the one thing I like about how Michael Allard runs is he can cut back, he can be shifty, but he knows when to get downhill when he needs to.
6-yard pickup. Here's Allard again around the left side, cutting back, and then into the end zone for a touchdown. So North Providence, the first to strike here. Nice offensive drive capped by the Mike Allard touchdown run.
There's a little example, exactly what I'm talking about. You can see him. He's always moving his hips, looking for cutback lanes, but he has a tendency when in doubt to get upfield, and that's where, fortunate for him, that's where the goal line is. And
so 6-0 now at 4:02 mark of the first quarter. And lining up the extra points, Weston Cooper. So snap, the kick is up, and it is no good. Wide left. So 6-0 in favor of the visitors. The North Providence Cougars striking first here in this final regular season game for both teams.
Just missed left there. I had to wait for the ref just like you did. Couldn't tell if it made it in.
For more information on tonight's game.
As
Windy
you can
here.
see, it is windy, and that wind is blowing from right to left on your screen. Might have impacted a little bit as he hooked it.
Your picture tonight. And again, tag.
So North Providence still with hopes of getting into the playoffs here with a 3-3 record. They have really been in every game except their classical game, the game they had 6 turnovers in. But they have been close in every one.
Beyond our letter winners, our senior class.
Yeah, an impressive drive there to start the game. Took up a lot of time. You can see the clock. We've got 4:02 left in the first quarter. The thing that I think is separating North Providence from Mount Hope right now is both teams able to move the ball. North Providence a little bit less penalized on that drive. Didn't really shoot themselves in the foot the same way Mount Hope did. So we'll see if Mount Hope can get it together as they await this kickoff.
Cooper Weston kicks it down the field, and that will be picked up at the 20-yard line, spinning, and then penalty flag flies as that goes out of bounds at about the 40-yard line. That was Evan Rodricks who fielded that ball, brought it back.
What do you got?
Let's see what
What
the
do you got?
penalty is here.
5-yard face mask on the kicking team. Okay.
All right, there you heard it. Face mask penalty against North Providence.
The 5-yard face mask penalty on the kicking team. 5 yards from the end of the run. First down.
All right, so they'll tack that on. Take a look at this again.
Yeah, impressive little return here.
Oh, yeah.
And accidental face mask there. It was impressive for him just to keep his feet on those sideline. Oftentimes you spin off a couple guys and they're grabbing for anything they can.
On first down, trying to find some room, and J.J. Pimentel there. Back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Well, that's what North Providence needs to do. They need to meet Pimentel at the line of scrimmage. He's going to be tough to tackle past that los, as we call it.
Pimentel, one of 5 seniors, will be honored here at halftime. It's their final home game of the regular season. 2nd down and 10 now. There's the pitch over down inside of North Providence territory, and first down for the Huskies. Nice run on that play by J.J. Pimentel.
Yeah, and you can see what a head of steam he gets. I keep talking about it, but it's super impressive. That's just a straight sweep. It's the second time we've seen it. Toss right, and they are able to get the edge very, very easily. I think North Providence needs to do a better job of making sure they're outside the widest guy. Like I said, Pimentel is dangerous once he starts heading downhill.
Pickup of 20 on that play. First down now inside of North Providence territory. On first down, another run, looking for room to go. And
bit of an inside handoff there to Tyler Reinert. We saw him on the kickoff. Nifty running there as well.
Just a freshman.
Yeah, sort of a misdirection here. All the attention on 22. He'll get a lot of attention, so they try to give it to him inside. And you'll see that as a changeup in their offense. Sort of a changeup runner, small, shiftier runner than Pimentel.
Mount Hope clipping off big chunks of yardage here. Pick up a 15 on that play. Another first down. Another handoff right up the middle. And a little cutback room. And J.J. Pimentel picks up another first down.
Number 2, Jaden Allard. That is another Mount Hope first down.
I don't think anybody's going to stop Mount Hope tonight as long as they don't shoot themselves in the foot like they did on the first drive. This is a sequence of plays that they'll run. They'll toss it right to Pimentel, fake it inside to Reinert, then fake the fake and give it back to Pimentel.
Another double-figure run there. 14 yards picked up as Mount Hope is now in the red zone on first down. Handoff around the right sides.
Number 22, JJ Pimentel.
Pimentel again, picking up 5 yards on the play.
Tackle made by number 77.
Mount Hope going to a trips formation, spreading North Providence's defense out there, and then just doing what they do, handing the ball up the middle. This is this spread attack, even if you're not running the pass game, is a very contemporary style of offense. Instead of putting everyone in the front at the point of attack, you spread them out and give it to your guys in the middle.
2nd and 5. Up the middle once again, and
Number 22, JJ Pimentel.
Pimentel once again. And that's a touchdown. We weren't sure that he had the necessary yardage, but there's the signal. 6 points for the Mount Hope Huskies as they tie this football game with 1:07 to go here in the first quarter.
Well, this is how you answer the bell. I mean, what a drive. And they never – I don't think they had any third downs on that drive. Just first and second. Like you said, big chunks of yardage and leaning heavy on number 22 there the whole way.
And who's going to kick it? But JJ Pimentel. There it is. It's up and it's through. So 7-6 now as Mount Hope takes a lead here in the first quarter. Very impressive drive for the Huskies.
That's how you do it. You saw downhill running. You saw a little bit of change up, some inside handoffs to Reinhard, and then finishing it off the way you started it out was more downhill running. And finishing the drive with your extra point gives them the lead. And it's going to be interesting. You know, I think where this game is going to be won or lost is what North Providence does on defense. Are they going to bring all those DB types up into the box and risk getting beat over the top with the pass? I think you have to do it because Mount Hope will not pass unless you provoke them. So, you know, you have to gamble. They're up by 1 point, but the impressiveness of that drive has got to scare that North Providence defense and defensive coordinator.
Oh, we'll see if they tempt them next time that Mount Hope has the ball. But right now, the kickoff, and this ball will roll to the end zone, and they'll bring it out to the 20-yard line. So Mount Hope's number 22, JJ Pimentel, we're told spent a lot of time in the weight room this offseason, and that has a lot to do with his success this year. That was his 7th touchdown of the season that he just scored as he came into the game with 835 yards rushing. 5'10", 210 pounds. He is really quite a handful for the defense here tonight. But on offense now, it is North Providence, and they've got their own number 22 who's doing a lot of good work. The handoff on first down. See if that moves things maybe a yard on the play, bring up 2nd down.
Tackle made by number 77, Ben Martell. Gain of 1.
Going to give him a yard on that play. So 2nd down and 9 as we're inside of a minute to go here in the first quarter.
North Providence talking it over. A little bit of confusion in the backfield looked like, but they'll get the play off.
There's the snap. Quarterback looking, going to decide to keep it for himself as Jaden Allard runs it out of bounds. He had a safety valve off to his right, but he decided to keep it himself.
Yeah, a little bit of that double option at the end of that play. I'm not sure if he had the ability to give this in the beginning. It doesn't look like it, but yeah, him and his brother just there. Defense does a good job stringing this out, but just some shifty, nifty footwork, able to kind of pick up a few yards at the end of that run.
6-yard pickup.
All right, man. While we wait for the judge to come back, I just checked, and the judge is not back from break yet. This will start at 9 o'clock this morning, then 11 o'clock. If someone sees the judge out there, can you tell him we've got football to play? You know, but in this development Division III high school football playoffs, there could be a potential postponement right now. A judge is currently deliberating, ruling on whether the RAIL properly seated Mount Hope in the right place. Mount Hope is saying with communication and paperwork they have going back and forth, does Mount Hope have that 1 seed, that 2 seed, 3 seed, whatever seed it may be? Does Mount Hope have that seed? And if so, how are we going to reseed these playoffs? That's what I'm curious. How is this going to happen? If the judge does rule in favor of Mount Hope, how do we do all this? When do we play a game? I mean, the local football community, I mean, I had 5,000 views on my last live that I did a couple of days ago on this on this story. But what I'm going to do is before, because I'm going to go to a break myself, I have to reset everything. But I'm going to put the I'm going to put a StreamYard invite into the comment section. And if somebody wants to come up here, come on and explain what's going on at Mount Hope, or if you have a student at Mount Hope, you know, or if you're an alumni, or if you're a parent in a Division III school or a coach, keep your camera off. We don't have to know who you are. If you're in a Division III program, how do you feel about possibly postponing the Division III playoffs? So I'm going to post the link. Hit the link. You can come on. You can keep your camera off. You can leave it on. It's your option. You don't even let us know. How does this affect going into the playoffs? And how do you feel if you're Mount Hope about all this? How do you feel? Rogers, Pilgrim, you know, Ponagansett, how do you guys all feel about this situation? You know, if it's suspended, you know, free Rogers, hashtag, not free Rogers, hashtag free Mount Hope, you know, because give them, if the league is wrong, then the league should come clean and do what they're supposed to do, right? So the court is expected to make a ruling soon, which will clarify the path forward for the Division III playoffs. Until then, you know, we're waiting for the legal proceedings and hope that we can get a fair resolution. That's what I just heard from RIIL. And shout out to my guy down there at RIIL. Shout out to you. Oh, let me see. Let me see what happens. What happens if we have to reseed? You know, so yeah, I mean, what happens if we have to reseed? How does that work? How does that work if we have to reseed? How does that affect Cranston East? How does that affect a lot of other teams? If you want to come on to the podcast and let me know what you think about this, the link is in. It should be in the comment section. New comments. Let's see. Here we go. There is the link. It's in the comment section. Oh, I thought I could pin it, but I can't pin it. Step on up. Tell me what's going on over there at Mount Hope. How do you guys feel? You know, what if potentially the playoffs are postponed for Division III? It's, you know, we don't have much time until winter sports go on. So I don't know if we can get this done before winter sports. Let me see if they say when winter sports begins. Yeah, the first day of practice for winter sports is November 18th. So that really is not going to give us a lot of time. But yeah, so as soon as I get the message that the judge comes back, so stay tuned. I'm going to come back. We're going to go live. I'm going to see if I can straighten out my Twitter, because if you don't pay Twitter, you can't go live. I was like, that's crazy. I got to pay my $8. You know, shout out to Ocean State Credit. Look at the guys over there. Let them play, right? Let them play. We got some other football that's going to be going on this weekend. You still got that?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I asked you out.
Oh, okay. You know, we have some other football that's going to be going on this weekend. Let me pull up them games.
Do you have a bench?
Wait a minute. Tiverton, Davies, Middletown and SK, Lincoln and East Providence, Woonsocket at West Warwick, North Smithfield at Narragansett, Cranston East at Classical, Cranston West at Portsmouth, Mount Hope at Rogers, North Providence at Pownell, Johnston at Pilgrim, Moses Brown at Westerly, and PCD at Smithfield. All them games should go on tonight, with the exception of Division III games. I mean, as of right now, they are scheduled, but with a restraining order in place, I'm not sure if that happens. So we're waiting for the judge's ruling. We're waiting for him to come back. Let me see if we heard anything from him, because I got to go around back and take care of something. Okay, so right now we're still waiting. It's been 32 minutes since the judge has been on break. So, you know, if someone sees him in the street down to be like, yo, listen, we got football going on. We got more important stuff going on. We got a game. Let's go. Judge overseeing Donald Trump's 2020 election interference case cancels court deadlines as prosecutors take time to assess their next steps. That's going to be thrown out. Like, the Supreme Court is not going to let, you know, you weaponize the judicial system for, you know, because you want to win a damn election. They're not going to let that happen, because then it's like open season. But congratulations to President Trump. We definitely will be right back. Go check out Lorza Alexander's new song. That's pretty good. Tom McDonald has a new song called Goodbye Joe. Maybe we'll end it with Goodbye Joe. Where is it?
America is going rock the streets of
We'll be back.
full of fire and smoke. This ain't
The way I thought it would be. The White House full of evil folks. Americans ain't free no more. They don't respect folks like you and me. The way we're treated ain't been fair. Fake news on every TV. 4 years we've been in this nightmare while they killed American dreams. We can't afford our lives here. Rent, food, and gasoline. Colors don't run, and I only warn you once. Buddy, don't tread on me. I won't forget the ones who died for our freedom, and I ain't gonna hand it back. No, no, no. If liberty and justice ain't enough to believe in,